13 colonies. Today is December 17, 1791. And we have here one of the writers of the Constitution, James Madison. Good morning, and thank you for being here with us on this sunny morning. We have here with us the actual Bill of Rights that James gave to us.
Well, what can I say? Thank you so much for letting me be here this morning. I would like to first start off with the help of Jefferson's to strongly agree with me that every human needs basic human rights to live a happy, free life. I want the people to be protected from intrusive government.
Now, I know you can't be the only person that took on this hard task on creating the Bill of Rights. So, who helped you create this document? Please tell me.
Yes, of course, that'd be extremely tiring. Well, I was the main person who wrote the Bill of Rights, and I was influenced by George Mason for the creation. The Bill of Rights had to have 2/3 majority of the state's ratification, and we got it.
That sounds just splendid to hear. The 13 colonies is a free country. Why did you even create the Bill of Rights, Madison?
Well, to start off, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution are written to acknowledge natural human rights that people were all born with, so we can put limits on how the government may abridge or take away those rights from the people of the 13 colonies. A couple months ago, during the Constitutional Convention, our delegates wanted to make sure that the government getting too strong or take over anything, like the England king once did. No single soul wants to be bossed around by a ruler that takes away your freedom. That should never be allowed. The Bill of Rights promises that people have certain rights that the government cannot take away, no matter how powerful it may or may not get.
Seems to me that sounds a great way to a happy free life, like it should always be. Now, can you tell me the First Amendment? Also, what does the Mayberry versus Madison case? Wasn't that a problem?
Well, yes. First, Mayberry laid the foundation for the Supreme Court's enforcement of the Bill of Rights, but it was only the first step. Next, the court had to decide whether the Bill of Rights should be applied to the state's governments. Then the court concluded Barron versus Baltimore that the Bill of Rights should be applied to the federal government. The First Amendment guarantees 5 basic freedoms, which include religion, the right to petition, the right to say what you want, press, and assembly.
What is the Second and Third Amendment, and what do they even mean for the 13 colonies?
Well, the Second Amendment was the right to bear arms, meaning you have the right to carry a gun for your protection, which was crucial during this century, which took place in the 1776, which is now. The Third Amendment made sure that the army wouldn't take over private homes, so no invasions were allowed.
What does the Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, and Eighth Amendment have in common?
Well, the Fourth Amendment was search and seizure. The Fifth Amendment protects yourself against double jeopardy while in a court and guards self-incrimination. The Sixth Amendment makes sure that your trials must be carried out quickly, the right to see the evidence, and the right to have a lawyer during a court case allowed you to have a fair and speedy trial. The Eighth Amendment protects against cruel and unusual punishment.
Now, the Eighth Amendment sounds better than previous years because sometimes people would have been prosecuted even if they were falsely accused for that crime. What are the Seventh, Ninth, and 10th Amendment?
The Seventh Amendment guarantees that no decision made by a jury could be overturned by a higher court. The Ninth Amendment was the rights retained by the people, which meant there's other rights that you have that aren't just in the Constitution. The 10th Amendment was the state's rights, which included marriage, divorce, schools, and powers which were protected for the states.
Let's recap about the Bill of Rights and what does it do for the American people as to what James Madison had just explained to us. The Bill of Rights remains an active force in contemporary American life as a major element of constitutional law. People have the right to vote. Will make this country even more powerful because people will get to speak their minds. Now, can we look at the actual Bill of Rights?
Well, right here I'm selling this for $20 for a replica, and the Bill of Rights and the one that I wrote in the town's museum, so everyone gets to see the Bill of Rights.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. Good laugh.
No, thank you for letting me be here and explain why the Bill of Rights has given freedom to the people of the 13 colonies.